Hi, it's Alexis Hasselberger, time management and productivity coach. It is such a nice day that I thought I would film out here today. So, what I want to talk about is the shoulds. When I work with people, they're so often coming with a set of shoulds of how they should be spending their time. And the shoulds, they really just shackle us, right? They keep us in, and we don't need to spend our time in a way that we think we should, because often shoulds come from other people. They're societal ideas, they're pressures that we feel externally. They're not how we want to spend our time. They're not what actually feels good to us. And so I thought that I would just share a little bit about my life and the things that you might think are shoulds, and I maybe used to think were shoulds too, that I definitely don't do, and then share a few things that I do that you might think are maybe a little nuts, because I want to share the fact that, like, we all live different lives. We have all got different things that are meaningful to us. There is no one right way to live your life, to spend your time. There's only the right way for you. And that may actually change with time. And so I'm going to go through these lists, and you can sit there and think, are you judging me for the things that I am definitely not doing that maybe you think I should be doing? And then maybe think about, like, how are you applying that judgment to yourself? Are you judging yourself for things that you think that you should be doing? So here's just a short list of some of the things that I definitely do not do. I don't do holiday cards or holiday decorations, like, at all. I don't get a Christmas tree. I don't put up any decorations. I don't send cards out to people. I am eternally grateful to the people who send me cards because I love seeing them, but it's just not something that I do, nor do I spend my time on. I also don't clean my kitchen because I have spent years training my children to clean my kitchen. And so finally, they are now at the point where they are cleaning the kitchen, and I don't clean the kitchen anymore at all. Do they do a terrible job? Sometimes, right? But then I ask them to do it again. So I am still not doing it. I don't do my kids' laundry. They do their own laundry. Sometimes they don't have clean clothes because they have not done their laundry, and they have learned from that experience. And now they pretty much have clean clothes all the time. I don't do ironing. In fact, I mean, I do own a little travel iron. I don't really know how to use it. I think I've used it to put some iron on patches on some pants before, but I just don't buy clothes that need ironing because I know that I'm not going to want to spend the time to do it or spend the money to have someone else do it. I also don't do hair and makeup, like, ever. So I don't even own any makeup. I don't know how to put it on. I wouldn't know what to do with it if I had it. I don't do my hair. I literally tell every single hair person that I get a haircut from, like, you need to give me a haircut that is just going to let me kind of, like, come out of the shower, run a comb through it, and that's it. Like, I don't own a hair dryer. I don't own any hair products, and I'm not going to use them. So this is all things that, a lot of people feel like they have to do every day. These are the things that they should do, that they have to do. And I just don't do these things. I've worked my life around it to figure out how not to do these things because they're not meaningful to me, but they might be very meaningful to you. So now you might be thinking, well, what are you doing with all that time if you're not doing all these other things that most of us are doing? Well, I'm doing a lot of other things, right? I really love cooking and baking, and so I bake bread for my family, every week. So I bake sourdough. I've been doing it long before the pandemic. I bake Japanese milk bread every week because my kids like that. I cook from scratch every single day because I really love cooking. It's my favorite time of the day. It's something that's really joyful for me. So I cook from scratch pretty much every day. I have a weekly family meeting, which may sound like something that is a little, I don't know, maybe too buttoned up, but this is something super helpful for our family. We just have a weekly meeting where we talk about what's going well, what's not going well, so that we can try to resolve things and make things better for ourselves. We usually do it during a meal or a car ride or something so that we're not spending extra time to make it happen. I also read, like, a lot. I have always loved reading, but in the last couple of years, I've been spending even more and more time doing so. So, it's the middle of April. I just started my 25th book of the year. Like, I spend a lot of time reading, but I also spend a lot of time watching TV. I really love watching TV. I am not one of those people that says I don't have a TV. I definitely have a TV. I like watching it. I like watching not only the, really good for us stuff, but I also love trashy TV. Like, there's no shame in it. I love a good reality TV show. So I spend a lot of time doing that as well. And then lastly, I have my husband and I, we do a date night every single week. We don't do an expensive one. During the pandemic, it was often just like pouring a cocktail into a to-go cup and taking a long walk. But we'll go to cheap eats places or a movie, et cetera. But it's something that I make time for every single week because it's really important to me. So I wanted to share these things, maybe be a little bit vulnerable about how I do spend my time, because I think it's important to know that, like, what I do It doesn't have any bearing on what you do, right? And what you want to do. I have different reasons for the things that I want to do. You have different reasons for the things that you want to do. There's no shoulds about it. And so if you want to start using your time, more in line with the things that you want to do, with your values, with your goals, then one of the first steps you can take is to just throw away the shoulds. Just because you should doesn't mean that you really should, right? Which is kind of funny. So think about, are there things that you're doing right now that you don't enjoy, that you don't get a lot of value from, and you're doing them because you think you should? And then experiment with how you can remove that should from your life.
What's up? It's the video editor here. I just want to quickly say that 91% of the people that watch our videos aren't subscribed. So if you would want to get us to 1K subscribers, you would subscribe. So yeah.